Hey Vikings fans, brace yourselves, because what I'm about to tell you could completely reshape the future of the Minnesota Vikings in 2026. There's a storm brewing in Minnesota, and at the center of it is a name that has divided the NFL for years, Kyler Murray. But here's the twist. Someone who knows him better than most is predicting something huge. We're talking about a potential comeback story that could shake the entire league. A former teammate, someone who's seen Kyler up close, is now saying Vikings fans are about to witness a version of him we've never seen before. And if that's true, this season might be unforgettable. So the question is simple, Vikings Nation. Are we about to witness greatness reborn? Or is this just more off-season hype? Stick with me because the story gets deeper, more intense, and way more exciting. Let's rewind for a second. When Kyler Murray entered the NFL as the #1 overall pick, the expectations were sky-high. Electric playmaker, Heisman winner, franchise savior, he had it all. And early on, he delivered flashes of brilliance that made defenses look helpless. But then came the adversity. Injuries, inconsistency, questions. Narratives started to shift, and suddenly the golden boy of the league was under a microscope. And let's be real, the NFL world can turn on you fast. Now fast forward to 2026. Murray is no longer the face of Arizona. He's been released, counted out by many, and given what might be his last shot to prove he belongs among the elite. And that shot is happening in Minnesota. Enter Chase Edmonds, a guy who shared the field with Murray from 2019 to 2021. He knows the real Kyler, not the headlines, not the memes, the real competitor behind the scenes. And according to Edmonds, Vikings fans are about to see something special. He didn't hold back. He said Minnesota is getting the best version of Kyler Murray, a version the NFL hasn't seen yet. Let that sink in. Think about that for a second. A quarterback who's already been to multiple Pro Bowls, now more motivated than ever, with something to prove. That's dangerous. That's the kind of storyline that can flip a season upside down. Edmonds pointed out something really interesting. When Kyler first entered the league, he never truly faced adversity. Everything came fast. Success came early. But now, he's been tested. And that changes a player. Adversity either breaks you or builds you. And according to Edmonds, it's building something explosive inside Murray. A hunger, a fire, a level of motivation Vikings fans should be very excited about. And let's not ignore the situation he's stepping into. This isn't a rebuilding team. This is a roster loaded with talent, guided by one of the most respected coaching staffs in the league. We're talking about Kevin O'Connell, a coach known for elevating quarterbacks and designing creative, dynamic offenses. Edmonds believes O'Connell will show Kyler a completely new perspective on football. That's huge, because sometimes it's not just about talent, it's about the system, the coaching, the environment. And Minnesota might just be the perfect place for Kyler to unlock his full potential. And let's be honest, Vikings fans, last season had its chaos at quarterback. Inconsistency, uncertainty, and yet the team still managed to win games. Imagine replacing that instability with a locked-in Kyler Murray. Now things get really interesting. Edmonds isn't just predicting improvement. He's going big. He's talking NFC North title. He's talking Pro Bowl. He's even talking comeback player of the year. That's not just optimism, that's a bold statement. And when it comes from someone who's been in the locker room, who's seen the work ethic firsthand, it carries weight. Because yes, let's address the elephant in the room. Kyler Murray has faced criticism, questions about his preparation, jokes about video games, doubts about his leadership. But Edmonds shut that down immediately. He made it clear, he has never questioned Kyler's work ethic. Not once. According to him, the guy puts in the work day in and day out. That changes the narrative, doesn't it? Maybe the issue was never effort. Maybe it was environment, coaching, structure, development, and maybe Minnesota fixes all of that. Edmonds even suggested that earlier in his career, Kyler might not have been put in the best position to fully understand the grind of being an NFL quarterback. And that's not all on him. That's on the organization. That's on leadership. And now, he's stepping into a system that might finally bring everything together. Let's not forget, Kyler is entering his prime. He's turning 29. He's experienced the highs, the lows, the criticism, the pressure. This is the moment where everything clicks, or everything fades. And here's the kicker. His contract situation makes this even more intense. A one-year deal. Low risk. High reward. If he balls out, he's cashing in big next offseason. So what does that mean? It means urgency. It means focus. It means every single snap matters. And that's exactly the kind of mindset you want from your quarterback. Now, I want to hear from you, Vikings fans. Do you believe in this comeback story? Do you think Kyler Murray can lead the Minnesota Vikings to the top of the NFC North? Is this the perfect redemption arc? Or are expectations getting too high? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. I want to see this debate explode. And if you're as hyped as I am for what could be one of the most exciting seasons in recent Vikings history, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with every Vikings fan you know. Because one thing is clear, the 2026 season just got a whole lot more interesting. Skol. But here's where things take another turn, Vikings fans. Because belief alone doesn't win games, execution does. And for Kyler Murray, this season isn't just about proving doubters wrong. It's about mastering every detail of his craft in a way we haven't consistently seen before. We're talking about decision-making under pressure, reading defenses faster, and commanding the huddle like a true veteran leader. These are the things that separate highlight players from franchise quarterbacks. And now, all eyes are on whether Kyler can make that leap in Minnesota. Because let's be honest, the talent has never been the issue. The arm strength, the mobility, the playmaking ability, it's all elite. But in the NFL, talent alone doesn't sustain greatness. Discipline and consistency do. Now imagine this scenario. It's 3rd and long. The crowd is loud. The defense is showing a disguised blitz. Last year, maybe that play breaks down. Maybe it turns into chaos. But this year, a locked-in Kyler reads it, adjusts protection, and delivers a strike. That's the evolution Vikings fans are hoping for. Not just flashes, but control. Not just excitement, but efficiency. And if that happens, this offense could become one of the most dangerous units in the entire league. And let's talk about chemistry because that's going to be critical. Building trust with receivers, syncing timing routes, understanding tendencies. That doesn't happen overnight. But if it clicks early, watch out. Training camp, preseason reps, early season rhythm. All of it will matter. Every throw, every read, every adjustment is building toward something bigger. And the faster that connection forms, the faster this team becomes a real contender. Now here's something that should get you fired up. The locker room factor. A quarterback doesn't just lead with stats. He leads with presence, energy, accountability, confidence. If Kyler walks into that locker room with something to prove and backs it up with preparation and performance, that energy spreads. It elevates the entire team. Suddenly, everyone believes just a little bit more. And belief, that's powerful in the NFL. It's the difference between a good team and a team that finds ways to win in big moments. But let's not pretend the pressure isn't massive. This isn't Arizona anymore. This is a fresh start, yes, but it's also a spotlight. Every game, every mistake, every highlight will be dissected. And Vikings fans are passionate. They expect results. They demand effort. And they will let you know how they feel. So Kyler has to embrace that, not run from it. Because if he does, if he leans into the pressure and uses it as fuel, that's when you get something special. That's when redemption stories become legendary. And let me ask you this. What's more dangerous than a talented quarterback? A talented quarterback with a chip on his shoulder. That's exactly what Kyler Murray brings into 2026. Doubts, criticism, questions. All of it stacking up into one massive source of motivation. And if Kevin O'Connell truly unlocks that, if this system brings out the best in him, then we might be looking at one of the biggest comeback seasons in recent NFL history. So now it all comes down to this: opportunity meets preparation. The stage is set. The narrative is written. But the ending? That's still up to Kyler. Will he rise and remind the league why he was the #1 overall pick? Will he lead the Minnesota Vikings to a division title like Chase Edmonds predicted? Or will this be another what could have been story in a league full of them? Vikings Nation, this is your moment to sound off. Are you all in on Kyler Murray? Do you believe this offense is about to explode in 2026? Drop your predictions in the comments. I'm talking record, stats, everything. Let's get a real conversation going. And don't forget, if you want the latest Noticias dos Minnesota Vikings news, deep analysis, and everything happening with the Minnesota Vikings, make sure you're subscribed, locked in, and ready, because this journey is just getting started. Skol.